Day 1, Goku made half the village fall in love with him without trying. Day 2, he walked into Akatsuki territory alone and came back with a souvenir rock. Day 3, the Chunin exams are happening. And somehow, Goku is entering. This was Tsunade's idea. She immediately regretted it. The registration desk has a bored Chunin examiner stamping forms when Goku slides up in his orange G with his big grin. The examiner asks for name, village, and rank. Goku says, Goku, planet Earth? And rank, I don't really have one of those. The examiner stares. He explains that you need to be at least a genin to enter the Chunin exams. Tsunade appears from behind, rubbing her temples, and announces she is authorizing him as a special entry. Just stamp the form. The examiner hesitates and mentions that Goku's chakra reading broke the measurement scroll. Tsunade says stamp the form. The waiting room goes completely quiet the moment Goku walks in. Every competing team registers him simultaneously, and none of them know what to do with what they are registering. Gar, the one person in the room who radiates pure killing intent as a resting state, tilts his head slowly and stares at Goku the way a cat stares at something it cannot quite process. He says quietly to himself, his killing intent is 0, and yet his power is. He does not finish the sentence. Temari and Kankuro both inch slightly away from Gar and slightly toward Goku without discussing it. Kankuro whispers that Temari is doing the thing. Temari whispers back that she is absolutely not doing the thing. Kankuro points out she is literally fixing her hair. Temari says she always fixes her hair. The first exam is the written test, designed to be nearly impossible, the real challenge being whether Genin can gather intel without getting caught. Goku stares at his paper, reads question 1. His smile slowly fades. His inner monologue goes, okay, I can do this. Gohan made me study once. For like 30 minutes, I remember some of it. Question 1 asks him to explain the principles of chakra flow through the 8 gates. Goku mutters, 8 gates. I know about gates. Gohan opened. Wait, no, that's a different thing. He looks around. Every other genin is sneaking answers through various ninja techniques, shadow clones, reflection jutsu, tiny mirrors. Goku watches all of this with pure, genuine admiration. He leans over to the terrified kid next to him and whispers, "Psst, hey, that's really smart. How do you do that?" The kid whispers back, "Please don't get me disqualified." Ibiki, the head examiner, the scariest man in the room, slowly walks past Goku's desk and looks at his paper. There is one answer written on it. "I don't know, but I will try my best. Goku." Ibiki stares at this for a very long time. Then, inexplicably, the corner of his mouth twitches upward, just barely, just once. He keeps walking and says, "Pass." Every examiner in the room turns to look at him. He says nothing to this day. Nobody knows why. The second exam is the Forest of Death, 5 days. 2 scrolls, survive. Anko gives the opening speech to all competitors, pacing in front of them like a predator who has been waiting for this moment all week. She tells them some of them will not make it out, some will wish they hadn't, and then she stops directly in front of Goku and says he is clearly lost and ended up here by mistake. Goku says brightly, "Oh no, I'm supposed to be here." This sounds really fun actually. Anko blinks, then grins, the sharp, slightly unhinged grin she saves for truly interesting situations. She says to herself, oh, this one's different. 5 minutes into the forest, every dangerous creature, the giant snakes, the oversized spiders, the chakra-enhanced predators, approaches Goku, sniffs him, then quietly leaves. They can feel it. Whatever he is not prey. He is something the food chain has no category for. Meanwhile, Orochimaru, lurking in disguise, hunting for interesting vessels, senses Goku's energy signature and goes completely still. His inner monologue spirals. That power, that body, that chakra. He slithers closer through the shadows. Goku is sitting on a log eating a rice ball he packed, completely relaxed. Orochimaru reveals himself with his silk-smooth voice and says, My, what an extraordinary specimen you are. Goku, mouth still full, says, Oh hey? You feel super weird, not bad weird, just weird. Like you've got two energies fighting each other. Orochimaru freezes. He asks if Goku can actually sense that. Goku says yeah, he can feel everyone's energy, and Orochimaru's is really interesting. Kind of sad under all the scary stuff though. Dead silence falls over the forest. A bird flies away somewhere in the distance. Orochimaru has not been called sad in approximately for decades. He recovers, leans in, and explains in his most persuasive voice that he would very much like to examine Goku. His power is unlike anything encountered before. He could be the key to immortality itself. Goku says, Oh, I can't do that. I've already died twice. Didn't really stick. Then he adds cheerfully, Good luck with your thing though. He's gone, instant transmission. Orochimaru stares at the empty log. Ben sits down on it, stares into the forest. For the first time in years, he has absolutely no idea what to do next. The third exam is one-on-one combat with the whole village watching. The bracket gets announced, the crowd buzzes through the matchups, and then one pairing causes the entire arena to go silent, Goku versus Gaara. In the stands, Temari grips the railing, Sakura grabs Ino's arm without realizing it. Hinata watches with wide eyes, even Tsunade leans forward. In the competitors' box, Naruto, Sasuke, Kankuro, and Shikamaru all slowly turn to look at each other. Naruto asks if they should be worried about which one of them. Shikamaru says both for completely different reasons. Gaara goes full Shukaku suppression immediately. Sand rises, armor forms, killing intent fills the air so thick the crowd involuntarily steps back. Goku stands across from him, relaxed, tilting his head and reading Gaara's energy. Then he says quietly, just to Gaara, not performing for the crowd, Hey, you're in a lot of pain, aren't you? The sand stops, just for half a second. Gaara says in a cold voice that everyone he has ever known has feared him. He exists to kill, that is his purpose. Goku says simply, that's not a purpose, that's just loneliness. I know what that feels like, not the same way, but still, the sand trembles. Gaara's eye twitches, he says Goku is trying to get inside his head. Goku says no, he just does not like fighting people who do not need to be fought. Then he grins, but if you want to go all out, I'm ready, come on. Show me everything you've got. Something shifts in Gaara's face. Not warm, not yet, but recognition. Someone is looking at him, not through him, not away from him. Someone is actually seeing him. He attacks anyway, because that is who he is right now. But the fight that follows is not about hatred. Goku matches every sand wave, every crushing technique, the full Shukaku transformation, calm, almost playful, pushing back just enough to be honest without destroying. By the end, Gaara is on one knee, not beaten, just spent. Goku offers his hand and says, Great fight, seriously, you're incredible. The arena holds its breath. Gaara stares at the hand. He does not take it. But he does not refuse it either. He looks at it for a long moment, then stands on his own and walks away. It is the closest thing to respect Gaara has ever shown anyone. In the stands, Temari has tears in her eyes and has no idea why. Kankuro is openly crying and blaming allergies. Naruto is on his feet watching Gaara walk away, with something clicking into place inside him. He says quietly, I get it now. I finally get it. Goku did not win the Chunin exams. He did not need to. He was not there for a rank. He did not even fully understand what a rank was. But by the end of day 3 something had changed in the Hidden Leaf. Gaara did not attack the village during the exams. Orochimaru left the forest early, quietly, visibly unsettled in a way that no one had ever seen before. And 3 genin teams that had been bitter rivals for years ended the day sitting in the same courtyard sharing food. None of them could explain why. They just did not feel like fighting today. Goku sits in the middle of all of it eating an enormous bowl of ramen, completely unaware that he just quietly shifted the fate of the entire exam arc. Tsunade watches from her office window with her arms crossed and an unreadable expression. Then she pours herself a cup of sake and erases it slightly toward the glass. She says quietly, "You ridiculous man." She drinks. Day 3, done. The scoreboard. Pain is reconsidering his philosophy. Orochimaru is sitting on a log somewhere staring into the void. Gar is not sure what he is feeling, but it might be hope. Naruto is one step closer to understanding his own destiny. Sasuke is still punching trees. And Goku? Goku is already asking Tsunade if there are any more strong people nearby. He has not met yet. Tsunade, exhausted, mentions there is a man in the land of waves, retired, calls himself the demon of the hidden mist. Goku's face lights up immediately. "Ooh, can we go?" Tsunade says absolutely not. Beat. Next episode, they go.